Good morning, afternoon, or evening, as the case may be, in your part of the world. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Zen Archer. I'll adjust my mic here a little bit so I can hear myself a little bit better. Make sure that I'm sounding the way I want to sound. At any rate, good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or evening. This is my 200th video. You know, I thought that I would do this, that I would have my 200th video a long time ago. I took a little break for a little while and didn't do videos over here. I was still here. I was still listening and watching, but I wasn't doing videos. So this is number 200, and I thought I'd do it a little different. First of all, I'm wearing my glasses, which you don't see very often on here. They're very expensive. Special made glasses, just for me, and I go to my eye doctor, Dollar Tree, and get them, and you know, I go in. There's like they don't check my eyes or anything. I try on different pairs, and when I can see what the words are on the page, then they sell those to me. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so they're dollar glasses from Dollar Tree. But they allow me to see the screen, and they allow me to read. And at 50 years old, my eyes aren't what they used to be, and sometimes that's difficult. You know, a little side note here. I always thought that when your eyes went, things would get blurry, and you wouldn't be able to see it. And maybe that is how it is for other people. But for me, what happens is, when I see the words that are on the page, especially something like this where the colors are similar, it's not blurry without my glasses. It's like reading Chinese. There are characters there that I don't recognize. You know, I put on my glasses and go, oh, that's a letter B. But it's not blurry. It's just it's like these are visual translators. Go figure. At any rate, this is my my 200th video, and in all of my videos I like to give you a little something that you can use and things like that, and so I thought I would show you my newest, I guess, obsession. I used to smoke cigarettes, and those of you who watch my videos have seen me wearing or smoking the Cool 100s is what I was smoking. And they were like $4, $4.50 a pack sometimes. It was very expensive. I was spending about $250 a month just on cigarettes. And that was just getting too expensive. And, you know, all my savings was going up in smoke. So I found these little cigars. They are Dean's cigars. And they cost me $1 a pack. So I started smoking those exclusively now, and I have gone from $250 a month for cigarettes to $50 a month. So I'm saving $200 by smoking these little cigars, which is what I've got here. Yesterday I discovered that they're also available in menthol. They're available in all kinds of different flavors, like wild berry and all that kind of stuff. But here's menthol ones. I don't care for those as much, and these are cherry ones, which I do prefer. But when I go there, this is a discount tobacco place, and they sell cigars and things like that. Those are what these are. These are cigars. And they sell cigars. I mean, they sell good cigars. Well, when you get good cigars, you get them in wooden boxes. This is the coolest thing. And what this particular tobacco store does is when they empty a box, they just set the boxes out to the side, and when you go in, if you want them, you can pick them up. So I suddenly have this obsession of collecting these wooden boxes. I don't know what I'll do with them. Maybe I'll pack stuff in them that I sell or whatever. But well, there's like this one here. Is this a cool box or what? You know, it looks like a little jewelry box, and that's what I'm using it for right now. So I'm using it for a jewelry box. But that's a cigar box. That's a cigar box. And it's got some jewelry in it, and an old credit card. But It's got a lot of my turquoise and silver jewelry in it. So that's one. And there's all different styles. Like that one has a nice little clip and stuff. This one just it just opens this way. You know, I mean, these are good wooden boxes. And then let me move these out of the way here. And then there's these ones. I really like these. These are nice dark wood on the sides, and the lid slides open like that. So isn't that cool? So, you know, if you need, you know, something to... Oh, here's another one. This one almost looks like cedar. This is almost a little cedar box. Again, with the clip in the front. And sometimes they have like pipe tobacco inside of them. Still, when they get rid of them. At any rate, so that is my newest obsession, is collecting these wooden boxes. I don't know why. I've always kind of liked boxes anyway, but it just seems kind of cool. So I've got like, I probably have a dozen of those, and I'll probably get some more. So that's kind of fun. Let's see, where was I at? Oh yeah, 200th video. And I wanted to talk a little bit. I have no idea how long this is going to be, folks. So if you can't stand long videos, check and see how long it is. If it's too long for you, either don't watch it or watch part of it, come back and fast forward and pick it up where you left off. I figure if you can spend a half hour to an hour watching a show on television, then you can listen to me talk for an hour or so, half hour, whatever. And if you can't, you know, then don't watch. It's all in your hands. You are under control. I don't have to change anything that I'm doing. You're under control. If you don't want to watch it that long, then don't. I'm not making you. At any rate, so you know, when I came to YouTube, I got here because I had heard about MySpace, and I opened up a MySpace account. And then in the process of looking for friends, I was browsing around. I found somebody that had like an intro on their MySpace that said, you know, "Hi and welcome to my MySpace." And I thought that was pretty cool. And so I followed the link, and it brought me to YouTube. And YouTube had been open about a year, maybe 9 months. And I got it, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it. I didn't really think I was doing anything, but I thought it was cool, so I wanted to be involved. And I got a couple subscribers. Some people, you know, saw my stuff, listened to me, thought, you know, what a crazy cowboy. And that's where it all began for me at YouTube. Now, I am not, for those, there are some who treat me as if I'm some kind of a celebrity or you know, that kind of thing, and I am not that. You know, I've had a little bit of attention by some people, mostly because you guys are subscribing. Yeah, I don't know why you are. I'm glad that you are, and I even did a video asking you why, and many people told me that, you know, they just like that I'm straightforward, and that, you know, I say what's on my mind, and I'm not worried about, you know, people who disagree with me, and all that's true. But I still don't understand why that's you know, why is that any different than anybody else? I don't know. At any rate, but it's changed my, you know, it really has changed my life. The interaction that I have with you has really changed my life. I have gotten some notoriety. I've been, in some cases I can't say, but I've been contacted by some, you know, cable television companies and done some stuff for them. And for a short period of time, I worked for a company that sold video, and I was supposed to be their spokesperson. And the Chicago Tribune came and took pictures of me, you know, when Google was buying YouTube. There was the whole As One video that Mad V had taken, and Mad V had attributed that I was the first person he had subscribed to, and he had attributed, he had said that. He had told some people that. And so they came to me, and when he did the As One video, I was one of the first people to respond. And so the television came to me and said, hey, would you do a little thing for us? And I did. I've also missed the boat on a lot of stuff. I mean, if I was looking for money or fame, I missed the boat on a lot of stuff. The Fizz, left me a message and said, hey, we'd be interested in your stuff. And I just thought it was a couple guys in a garage that were just screwing around. I was like, I'm really not interested. So I kind of missed the boat on that. But it has been a hell of a ride. And from YouTube, then I found out about Stickcam, and found out about their entertainer account and their radio account and stuff like that. Now I'm doing a radio show every Sunday at 8:30 over at Stickcam. Username Zen_Live if you want to come over and check it out. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stickcam.com. Username Zen Live. And just doing general topics, just everything from there was an anti-Iraq march on Washington. We covered that with a field correspondent. We've talked about the secret DVD and what all of that means, and we've talked about global warming, and so it's that kind of a show. It's a talk show. Tara 916 and I put together, and we do it every Sunday. And that's taken up a lot of my time. In the meantime, I'm putting a lot of time and energy into this because it's a hobby that I enjoy, and it's not about subscriptions or whatever. And I've been here long enough that if it was about that, then I should pretty much decide that I failed. Because this is my 200th video, and I'm not sporting 10,000 subscribers or 9,000 subscribers. I got somewhere around 4,000, something like that, and that's okay with me. And they're my friends. I talk to them, they talk to me. You guys leave me messages, I leave messages back. When messages come in that are just people wanting me to pimp their stuff, I usually ignore those, or I say sorry, I don't do that. I talk about the things that I find interesting, not the things that are brought to my attention for publicity purposes, and that's working for me. But here I sit at 200 videos, and having had all of that happen to me, and I'm just talking to you. The DC Tube gathering just ended, and the Mind of Music gentleman who calls himself Mind of Music did a video afterwards talking about how expensive it was, an expensive hobby it was, and how much money he put into the event, even though he had a lot of supporters and people who sponsored it and that kind of thing. And I pointed out that it's not an expensive hobby. And for those, if this is the first video or one of the first videos that you're watching, and you're thinking about getting into this vlogging thing, let me make a couple of things animately clear. First of all, it doesn't cost anything to turn on your camera, make a video, and upload it to YouTube. It's not expensive. It's only as expensive as you want it to be. If you want to do better video and you're going to buy more equipment, or if you're going to get involved with putting together some kind of an event, then yeah, it can get expensive, but it doesn't have to be. You can just click on your camera, do a little video, and send it to YouTube. Even if your camera is your telephone, many telephones take video. You can do a video on that, and you can mobile it up. So it's not expensive. And I only point that out because he had mentioned the expense, and I don't want people to get the idea that maybe they don't want to do this because it's expensive. Secondly, there is, as Zipster Zimster08 had pointed out, there is a lot of ageism out here. You get a lot of younger people primarily that are contacting people like myself and Zipster and some of the older bloggers and saying you're too old to be on YouTube. And I don't blame them for that. I don't blame them for being ignorant, because that's what they are. These people that you're telling are too old for this are people who have been around and been involved with this community for a long, 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 long time. And some of us have been instrumental in it becoming what it is that you're enjoying today. So nobody's too old for YouTube, you know. And maybe instead of listening to your 15 and 16 and 17-year-old friends, you know, talking about what song's cool, maybe you want to listen to some of these people that are a little bit older, maybe get a little bit of wisdom, not because we're smart people, but just because we've lived it already. And no matter what you think, it's still the same. It's not like, well, this is 2007, you know, this isn't 1950. That's true, it's not. And we've lived through all those changes that have happened since 1950. And we can see those same kinds of things happening now as this grows. So instead of being belligerent and hateful, you might want to listen a little bit. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll gain a little bit of wisdom, and you will be a little bit smarter. And you will do a much, much better job at helping to form what this becomes. And then, at my age, you can look back and go, oh my God, look what we did. Look what we've created. Because ultimately, it's the users out here that change the world. And there are people like me and you who are changing the world and having an impact on the world on a daily basis, thanks to vlogging. It's like a smile that you give to someone, and it like brightens up their day, and then they smile to somebody else, and they smile to somebody else. So I thought I'd talk about that a little bit. Enough said. Anyway, I've got my coffee and my cigars this morning. That one's gone out. And yes, I'm ready to light another. I am a chain smoker. I don't suggest anybody do it. But if you do, light up. So I appreciate your time. I know this is like 17 minutes long right now, and I haven't dropped in the titles yet. You know, I don't edit much, so it's going to be pretty much about 17, 20 minutes long. What else have we got going on? 200 videos. Oh, North Coast is North Coast Gathering on September 29th and 30th in Sandusky, Ohio at Cedar Point is something that I've been working on for the last, I don't know, 2 weeks, something like that. I need you guys to help me get the word out, even if you're not coming. Put up a video mentioning it, or attach my video, or point to my video, and let people know that it's going on, so that they can make their arrangements and get there. If you are arranging to be there, or you're definitely going to be there, or you think you're going to be there, it would be helpful if you would RSVP to me, and or just email me and let me know at mrzenarcher@gmail.com. Just so that we can kind of gauge who's coming and get an idea of what we're doing. If you're someone who is going to come and you play an instrument, bring it with you. You know, we'd love to hear you play, and it provides some free entertainment and live entertainment. If you'd like to help out or whatever, just email me at mrzenarcher@gmail.com if you have questions, whatever. So that's coming up. I'm going to be at South Tube on the 21st. I'm flying into Atlanta, and I'm going to be there for the 3 days. And I've got my lodging and stuff all ironed out now, thanks to some generous friends who are basically just, they're giving me a corner that I can lay down in, and that works for me. Totally works. And if it hadn't been for them, there is possible that I wouldn't be able to go, because I had some unexpected expenses come up. And that really made things tight. So thanks to those people who made those offers, because it means everything. It means me going or not. And I need the vacation. Seriously, I need the vacation. Alright, we're at 20 minutes, so I'm going to let you guys go. I just thought I'd share my morning with you and tell you, hey, this is video number 200. I've never taken any videos down, and I've never had any videos taken down that I've put up. So it's kind of nice to go back and look, even for myself, to see how I've changed over the past year. If you like what you hear, if you enjoy the videos that I do, by all means, feel free to subscribe. Always good to know that people are watching. Feel free to add me to your friends list. I approve everyone who asks me to be a friend, and if I find that they're not friendly people, then I remove them later on. Or if they send me thousands of videos of, here's my newest song, then I just remove them from my list, so I don't have to see those anymore. Not that I have anything against them, I just don't want to see all those videos. Alright, until next time, this is Zen Archer, saying you be well. Oh, and happy me, 200 videos.